Hi everyone. Definitely was gonna start this video with obviously different topic, but I woke up this morning and to a very, very, very disturbing dream. I've recently have been spiritually been guiding back myself to God and reading more of His Word, putting myself more, in prayer and dedicating time to my spiritual life. Um, so this morning, my husband woke up, and normally I make his breakfast and or his lunch and um, prepare his lunch bag and send him off to work. But this morning, I was just so tired, and I I couldn't get up. Well, as he left, which I really don't remember much, but as he left, I remember normally I can hear the garbage truck come and pick up the garbage, and they make a lot of noise. I didn't hear anything. Yeah, that's how deep the dream was. Well, in this dream, I was in kind of like it almost seemed like a family party, but filled with like a lot of people. It was a big deal. It was a big party. But it was taking place almost like it wasn't a church basement, but it felt like it. And the funny part is, I can remember they were doing a skit of some kind, and somebody was coming out of a coffin. It was supposed to be like a funny kind of skit, like a play, and then it was over with. And excuse the noise back there. I have my little dog back there playing with its toy. But so in the dream, I remember wanting to talk to my nephew who owns a gym, and he owns a boxing gym, and he owns a boxing gym in Oswego, and very popular gym out there. So I remembered that I was with my sister, and I kept insisting saying I need to talk to Charlie, because that's what his name is. um I said I need to talk to Charlie because I want to talk to him about a proposal I have for business. And I kept insisting, and I kept talk, and then I found him, and I was like, Charlie, I gotta talk to you. Kind of like brushing me off, like, yeah, okay. But I was like, no, this is serious. Like, I really want to talk to you about something. And he's like, okay, throw out your idea. What's up? And I kept telling him, well, I noticed that you're a very popular gym out here, and what would be great is that a lot of people have to travel so far to come to you. So it would be kind of nice to put a gym, a boxing gym in my area. And he said, that's not a bad idea, actually. I was like, no, I mean, if you're looking for someone to to kind of manage it or anything, like, I'm up for it. I'm like, and those shirts, I was like, definitely your shirts. I wouldn't remove the logo from the people that do it, but definitely think about. And I was showing him like leggings and like sport clothes for women, and I was like, you can actually add your logo to that, and you can make profit off of selling that at your gym. He's like, that's a great idea, this and that. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of winded down the conversation. So I was a little, I was getting a little sad that it started off good, and it was just kind of dying down. And so it turned out that after that, I was like, okay, people were starting to leave the party, and people like in my family that don't even live here, that live in my country. And I was just like, it was so nice to see you, this and that, whatever. And we started walking outside, but I noticed that there was like a lot of screaming outside, and people were like running back and running everywhere. There was a lot of wind going on. And I remember walking out the door, because like I said, it was like a basement, so we had to be on the bottom and then go up. So I remember walking out the door, and seeing the moon. You know how when it's a new moon, it normally like this, so it represents like it's like this. Well, in this case, the moon had turned. That's what I thought it was. And the moon was actually, it looked like it was actually smiling at me. So I'm like, something's not right. And I was walking with somebody. I don't remember who I was walking with. But I remember seeing my sister there. I remember seeing my nephews, a whole bunch of my nephews, some cousins, an aunt. And I was like, I'm like, something's just not right. I was like, why is the moon at that position? It's never so, that's like scientifically wrong there. And but then it was hidden behind some trees. The more the trees kept moving with the wind, I realized it was not a moon. I know to a lot of people this might sound crazy, but I have to tell you what my dream is. It was actually a flying saucer. It was a UFO. And I was like stunned. I was like, wait, what? Like how could this be? No, wait, is it a movie? Like, what's going on? I don't know. We had just come from a play that was taking place, so I'm figuring, is it still going out here? Is it a big thing? I don't know. Is it a production? I don't know. The thing was that I saw it, and this thing started flying over us as we were coming up, but it was just kind of handpicking, and then a lot of people were running back in. A lot of people I can see were being taken up. Like, seriously, a beam of light just came through and they were just being sucked up. And then I remember thinking, I gotta go back inside. So I remember as I was going back inside and I looked up towards my right going in, standing by the doorway, I saw another one turning around and focusing on the people that were in my area. And it was just weird. The thing was that we went back inside and I said, we're going to be safe in here. Let's not go out there. I don't know what's going on. I started thinking, honestly, about my animals. I started thinking, I got to get to my home. My poor animals, what are they going through? They're by themselves. What if I get picked up? What's going to happen with my animals? So obviously, the common thinking. So I went through that. And then all of a sudden, I see a lot of the people that were taken, at this point, I kept looking back and trying to count everybody that was there. I didn't realize that some of the people that I truly, truly loved were not there. And it saddens me a little bit. Because you start thinking, where did I go wrong with me not being able to talk to them about God? But then all of a sudden I see these people come back, but they are dressed in, I want to say they look like ninjas, but they were not. Okay, I'm trying to make this as realistic as I can, but also in a way that you can understand. I saw them wearing look like hoodies, but they were real tight hoodies and like a scarf, so all you can see is their eyes. And they were just protected. I don't know why they were just all covered. Like if this was a new uniform for them. And I remember it being like an orange color and black. And so I remember looking at them and I'm like, what happened? What happened? What did you guys do? And somebody from the crowd, I don't know who it was, but they were like, oh, it's nothing. It's really nothing. It's like, it's scary when you're going up there and all that, but you'll be okay only if you deny it. And I was like, deny what? Deny it. And they're like, yeah, just deny it. And I'm like, well, what are you denying? They're like, we don't know. We just denied it. They just said, do you deny it? Yes or no? We didn't ask. Because we knew that if we didn't deny it, we were going to die or to be tortured. So, and amongst this crowd was my niece, who I truly, truly love. And I saw my little cousins, who are always playing with them. And my brother's kids, my niece's kids. It was just one of those things that you just weren't sure what was going on. But at that moment that he said that we were to deny whatever it was, right away, like, I understood, and I said, no, this can't be. And I remember that I stood by the door, and it's like I could see, we were inside, there was a roof over us, but I can see through that, and I can see a whole bunch of just spaceships, UFOs, round ones, like the things that we see on TV. It almost looked fake. It almost looked like the movie from Independence Day. That's exactly what it looked like. Just a whole bunch of them just up there picking up people. And the thing about that is that all around that I can see helicopters. And they were all together. It was all a together thing. They were guiding them to go to places, to where to go. And I was stunned, because it seemed like I thought they were going from house to house, but it seemed like they were going from places where a lot of people gathered together, almost like churches first. And I remember looking at my family, and some of them looked like they were just, like they were reprogrammed, and they were just there. And so I felt a gravitational pull, and I can see a lot of the people that had not gone up there yet were being pulled from the inside of the building. So put it this way, we were being pulled, and I remember holding on to like walls and knobs that were on the wall, and I was still felt forcefully pulled up. And somehow we were gonna get out of that building, but it didn't seem like we were going to go through. It seemed like we were going to be sucked out of the building. And I remember the whole time the verse was just in my head. I would say, and if we live for him. And if we die for him. And it's all I kept saying in my head. And then it was a point where I was actually singing it. And I told myself, I remember telling myself as I was being pulled, I said, if I deny him, I will be back with them. But if I don't deny him, if I don't deny him, then I know that I will be tortured and killed, and I don't know what they're going to do with me. I had a choice to make. And at that moment, I knew that it was going to be the last time that I was going to see them, because my choice was going to be that I was going to die for him, for God. And then I woke up, and that was my dream. But it was so deep, that even though this is our conscious that makes the scenery of what's going on, it still doesn't mean that it's not true, and it is something that God is preparing us for, because it's been years since I have dreamt with anything that has to do with the rapture. Like I said, it's been years that I have been separated from God in many ways, and now that I have found my way back and have been dedicating the time, and these are the dreams that I'm getting, the warnings, and all I can say is, people, wake up. The news, it's all around us. The warnings are there. More revealing they can't be. Okay, it's time to make peace with God. It's time to make peace with yourself and with your past, with all of those people who have hurt you. It's time to focus spiritual things. It really is, because God's timing is not our timing, and God's coming soon. Christ is coming soon, and it's better that we are prepared and we start teaching our children and we start talking to our loved ones, even if they think we're crazy, you know what? Everybody has a belief, and everybody expects everybody to believe in their belief. So it's better that you will go down in history as she warned us or he warned us than not have said anything at all. God bless you all, and thank you for listening. And I pray for each and every person that's watching this video that you live for Christ and you die for Christ too. And that is not in a literal way unless the rapture comes. I'm talking about that you die to all the negative things. You die to all the things that the things that bring you down to keep you from God. And that you live for God. God bless you guys.